Okay. And then just having regular stuff, a band or a strap. Actually, if you do have a pillow, that would be nice. We're just going to do a shoulder and chest release. Anyone with tight shoulders, tight chest, I'm going to do a release that might be very helpful.
Like a pillow?
Any kind of pillow. Yep. Yep. Bed pillow. If you had a narrow pillow. Yeah, that looks perfect. Okay, I'll put us on mute. Always feel free to unmute. And so let's get comfortable in our spaces. Taking a moment to welcome yourself to your space, to this time you've carved out, your body. Beginning to drop into our internal world. You might close your eyes or have a soft gaze. And just start to notice what's holding you up. Notice everything beneath you that's touching you, that's holding you up. Ground, props. Inviting the body to settle a little bit more, get a little bit heavier. Really feeling into that grounding connection. And then just gently scanning through your body, noticing what you notice, any areas that feel like they're holding or gripping. You might intentionally soften, breathe into, moving into any other areas, your shoulders, your hips, your hands, your knees. And then we'll bring awareness to our breath. And let's start to lengthen both the inhale and the exhale. As long as the nose is clear, breathing in and out through the nose. And maybe finding a count, maybe up to 6, if that works for you, maybe even 7. To inhale and exhale through the nose. So feel free to count to yourself. About 2 more rounds like this with this even breath, this extended, even breath, whatever number you're on. And then whenever you're ready, we're going to maybe shorten the inhale by about 2 counts. So if you're doing 5, no, I wouldn't go too much below 4, maybe 3 or 4, but reducing it about 2 counts and then increasing the exhale by 2 counts. So maybe you breathe in for 4 and perhaps breathe out for 8. Just finding that really extended exhale. And that's what brings down our heart rate. Our nervous system. And perhaps 1 more round. And then gently falling into a natural conscious rhythm that feels good to you. Continuing to breathe in and out through your nose as long as the nose allows. And just notice. And taking a moment to practice some gratitude. Thinking of something that you feel truly grateful for, something that might have happened over the weekend or will be. Picturing it. You might say the words to yourself. And then maybe setting an intention for a practice. Nice. And then offering any movement into your body. Nice. And then as you're ready, I'll just do a little bit more with some breathing and tapping and stuff. So just getting into a comfortable seated position. You could lay down, so if that's where you want to stay, that's fine. And we'll just start off with that butterfly tapping. So taking our hands and we'll cross, and I kind of link my thumbs and just placing your hands on your chest and alternating each set of fingertips by gently tapping and breathing. Beautiful. And releasing that. And then from here, taking either hand, I'll take my glasses off. Just going to do a little bit of tapping. So taking whatever fingertips you'd like to use, I'm going to tap right between the brow. Nice. And then right around the corners of the eyes, really gently. And you might come up with an affirmation. And then tapping under the eyes. Under the nose, maybe I love and accept myself. Underneath the lower lip, or whatever resonates for you. Along the jaw, maybe using both hands. Repeating whatever affirmation feels useful. In the chest. And underneath either arm with the opposite hand. Beautiful. And just releasing the hands down and just noticing for a moment. On the next inhale, let's just draw the shoulders up towards the ears, connecting breath and movement. Exhale down. Take that again. Inhale as we draw the shoulders up. And exhale down. Beautiful. You might sweep the arms up. Bring the palms together and into the heart. Again, nice big inhale as we sweep the arms up. This time, placing the palms face down and pressing down, grounding all that energy right around you. One more time. Inhale, gathering. Exhale, surrounding and grounding. Beautiful. And then from here, if you have a pillow nearby, or you can also use a blanket and just roll it up. So I'm going to lay back on my pillow. And so we're going to do anything, anyone who has any kind of tightness through their shoulders, neck, chest, this can be very helpful. And you may or may not, depending on your range of motion in the shoulders and arms, you may want blocks. You could just put them aside for now. But we're just going to come back on our pillow here. And so the blocks would be for, I'm going to bring my arms out to the side and rest my hands back. So if that feels like too much of the shoulders dipping down, resting your hands on the blocks can be very nice. And so from here, don't worry about if your bottom is hanging off the pillow or not, because what we're going to do is bring our pelvis into a posterior tilt. So we're going to tilt it towards us. So either way, we're holding it up a bit. And then we're going to take a breath in here, letting the upper body relax. Nice breath in. And then we're going to exhale, completely exhale. And as you exhale, you should feel your side body start to engage in that exhale. So let's try and keep that engagement as we continue breathing. Softening the shoulders. We're still breathing in the chest, the diaphragm, not through the neck. Continuing to release the shoulders. The pelvis stays in that posterior position. And we're engaged in the side body as best we can. So this process right here can actually be even more powerful, maybe, perhaps. I don't like quoting things, but we're saying definites on anything. And I know a lot of people put their arms in a door frame and try and send their whole front body forward to stretch it out. Let's see what this might do for you. And take 2 more breaths here. Beautiful. And then feel free to just release the pelvis, release the shoulders. Take a moment. Nice. And then you might roll gently off your pillow, or feel free to hang out on it. I might just place mine under my head. Coming back to our spine, our back. And let's get right back to our pelvis, into some pelvic tilts. So rolling that pelvis towards you and rolling it away. You might throw a block between your knees if that's helpful. Notice how the lower back is feeling here. Nice. And then just softening. And we can take it right from here into some bridges. And so for that, I'll move my pillow so I don't crank my neck. So lifting up the pelvis. Squeezing into the glutes. And gently lowering down. And we'll continue to move like this. I think last night we tried it with our hands up at the sky. And for me, keeping my hands here for some reason, I'll have to look into why it works for me. I'm able to feel my glutes more, keeping my hands to the sky. I'm sure there's a specific reason, but I don't know what that is. I'm going to take one more. And then you might want to hold it here or not, you choose. Feeling all 10 toes, feeling even on your feet. Really pressing the pads down. Beautiful. And then lowering everything down if you're lifted up. Nice. And then once you land, just kind of lengthening out your spine if you happen to have gotten that curve there. And let's press into the block. Press, press, press. And as you're pressing into the block, feeling the outer edge of your feet. This little SI reset. And then softening. Let's try that again. Gently pressing into the block. Feel like your thighs are rolling inward, and that awareness of the outside of our feet. Beautiful. And softening everything. I'm just going to reach the arms back. And then on the exhale, bring them forward. do that a couple more times. Notice how the shoulders are feeling, the chest. And then if you have that block between the knees still, you might move it aside, maybe lengthening the right leg as you reach the arms back. And then we'll draw that right foot to the sky and bringing the hands on either side of that right leg. Might do that 2 more times. Really pressing into the left foot, giving us stability. Beautiful. And then we can take that right foot, right ankle, and just rest it on the left thigh into our figure 4. Notice how this feels with your left foot on the ground. Maybe leave it there or draw the legs in. Flexing the feet. Might feel nice to rock. Nice, bringing that left foot down, bringing the right foot down, and then lengthening the left leg, reaching the arms back, pressing the right foot into the ground. And then we can lift that left foot to the sky, arms on either side. Maybe 2 more times, moving with your breath, connecting breath and movement. Nice. As you're ready, bringing your left ankle to your right thigh. Notice how this side feels, maybe staying here or lifting the legs towards you. You might let out a ha. Nice, bringing that right foot down, uncrossing the legs. And then if you do have a block nearby, just having that. And then I'm going to roll onto my right side and perhaps use that pillow that I had to place under my head and neck. And I'm just going to bring that block between my knees, and that'll keep our pelvis happy. I'll do some open books. So hands out in front. And then bringing that left hand up and back. And closing the book. Listen to your body here, as always. And take one more. Nice. And then from here, I'm going to just place my block aside, roll onto my belly, move the pillow for a little bit. And resting you might make a pillow with your hands, resting your chin or your cheek down, whatever you feel like. You might lift up your left leg, squeezing into the left glute, and lowering down. Lifting up the right leg, squeezing into the right glute. So we're not lifting very high at all. We're not affecting the lower back, hopefully, and lowering down. We'll just do this a couple times. Beautiful. Resting the legs down. You might bring the arms back, lifting the head, the chest, the shoulders. Maybe the legs lift up. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Beautiful. Softening everything down. You might make that pillow again with your hands and bend into the knees, letting the feet just sway, releasing the lower back. Nice. And then we'll take that open book to the other side. So rolling onto our left side. You might take your block with you for your between the knees, resting your head, if you'd like, on a pillow. Bringing the arms out in front and reaching that right arm up and back, following as best you can with your gaze and closing the book. As you feel ready, feel free to move that block aside, come back onto your spine, with or without a pillow, depending on how it feels for you. And then we'll bring our legs up into that 90-degree angle. And then check in if the knees are more forward towards you. See if you can just have them as best we can right on top of the hips. You might bring your hands to the sky. And maybe slowly bringing that right heel down. As you bring the right heel down, you might bring that left arm back and slowly coming back to our center. And then switching sides, left heel down, right arm back. Core's engaged as we draw it all back to center. And then going back to the other side. I'm going to do one more with the bent knees. And then if you'd like, you might lengthen the leg, lengthen the opposite arm, draw it all back, and switch sides. Do one more on each side. Beautiful. As you're ready, drawing the knees in nice and wide. Rock side to side. You might let out a big Nice. And then circling the knees away from each other and back together. And reversing. Nice. You can just bring that left foot down. Let's send the right foot to the sky. We're just going to lengthen and bend a few times. And then switching sides. Beautiful. And then from here, we'll come on up. So you can rock on up or roll to your side and press up. And let's come right into a tabletop. Block. And we'll go into some cat-cows. that big inhale, let the belly drop. Exhale, rounding. Nice. And finding our neutral spine here, engaging in the core. And we're going to extend that right leg long, really lifting up. And then maybe the left arm reaches out. The neck is long. We're breathing. Beautiful. Bringing everything back down to center and switching sides, extending the left leg long, core is engaged, and perhaps reaching the right arm out. Beautiful. Coming back to our center. Let's step the right foot forward, and you might want some blocks nearby. We're going to do it's flossing, and it's a stretch for our hamstrings as well. So I'm going to put my blocks on their highest height. That's what works for me. And for this, we're going to basically lift up our toes in a sense, and we're going to be on our heel, sending the hips back. Feel like you're dragging your heel towards you, but it's not moving. And you should feel a pretty big stretch right here in the hamstrings down through the knee. And then we come forward and release. And then we pull back, take it to whatever feels good till it turns on there, and then come back, release. You might do that 4 or 5 times. Really getting deep into the fascia. I'll take one more. Beautiful. And then just finding our low lunge here. Find what works for you. You might keep your hands on blocks, or perhaps lift the hands to the sky. And in this 90-90, notice your pelvis. If you were to just kind of envision the tailbone getting heavy, you might feel a big stretch in that left hip flexor, the front of your left hip. Maybe opening it up into cactus, lifting through the heart. Beautiful. Sending the hands back up to the sky. And then maybe taking that high block, bringing it back a little bit on the right side towards your hip area. And we'll send the left arm up and over, a little side bend towards your right. Nice big stretch. Beautiful. Coming back up. Let's sweep the right arm up and hands to the heart. And just pause for a moment. Feel your whole right foot spread here, pressing that right foot into the ground. Nice. And then we can switch sides. So let's send that right knee down, left foot forward. And then same idea, I'll kind of move my blocks back a little bit, really pressing the left heel into the ground as I send my hips back. I feel like I'm trying to drag it, but it's not going anywhere. And then coming forward and softening. Drag back. Hydrating all that fascia. the hips, the thighs, the glute. Nice. Take one more. Beautiful. As you're ready, either staying with your hands on blocks, that might feel perfect, or you might bring the hands to the sky. And again, bringing awareness to the tailbone. Envision that there's like a weight on it a little bit. Not tucking, just really bringing awareness to it. And that might give you a stretch in that right hip. And maybe this time letting the fingertips rest at the back of the head, reaching the elbows out to the side. Beautiful. Hands up to the sky. And then bringing the left hand down. You might bring the block a little bit closer towards your left hip as we reach the right arm up and over.
Take me away to a different place.
Beautiful. Coming back up, maybe the left hand reaches up to meet the right. And the hands can come down. I'm going to bring the blocks forward. I'm actually going to, for me, I'm just going to lower them because that's more comfortable. I'm going to tuck my right toes and send the hips up and back, pyramid pose. Nice stretch in the calves. Start letting the shoulders soften back.
And all that is left, all that is left is the peace that I hold here.
Beautiful. And then find your journey to switch sides. So you might step your right foot forward and step the left foot back. You might step it back into down dog. So however you'd like to switch sides here. We'll come into pyramid on the other side.
Close my eyes. 'Cause all I need at this moment, hey,
Breathing in,
is a lullaby.
breathing out.
Ooh, is a lullaby.
Beautiful. Let's tap the knee down, putting both knees down, and then sending the hips back. You might bring the knees a little bit wider. If you want a big shoulder stretch, you might keep your hands on the blocks. You might bring your forearms on the ground. And take a couple of breaths wherever you've landed.
The ocean is where I need to be.
As you're ready, slowly coming on up. And we'll come up into our downward facing dog. Feel free to use blocks, a chair, a wall, some furniture. Anything to create space in the spine.
You could come with
You might pedal the feet.
and I will show you everything that you need to see.
And then walking your feet towards your hands. You might have your hands on blocks or your body. Maybe taking opposite elbows and bend your knees as generously as feels good.
Oh, let me close my eyes.
We'll find that half lift, lengthening the spine. Beautiful, softening down, softening the knees. Really feel your feet connected to the ground, and we'll sweep the arms up. Come up nice and tall. And hands to the heart. Beautiful, again, circling the arms up. hands to the heart. Nice. If you're near a wall, I'm doing this a lot. If you're near a wall, placing your maybe your left hand first, whatever is easiest for you, on the wall, shoulder height. Your whole body is that arm length distance away from the wall. Pressing your feet into the ground, pressing your hand into the wall like you're pressing it away. Right arm reaches up because my left hand's on the wall. And then going for that side bend towards the left. Still pressing away from the wall. Feel your feet pressing, your left hand. Beautiful. Slowly coming on up. And then releasing that right arm down. Just turn to the other side. So right hand on the wall. Feet together, pressing into the earth as you reach the left arm up. And pressing away from the wall, you might reach over towards your right. Beautiful. Lifting up. And hands come down. Just give a roll to the shoulders. Maybe circling with your fingertips at your shoulders. Nice. And the arms come down. Let's do our vagus nerve reset. I haven't done this in a bit. So we'll come into a bit of a squat. So the hips go back, the knees bend, feeling your feet on the ground. I'm going to bring my right hand to my right cheek and my left fingertips to the soft space behind my right shoulder. And then guiding your head to turn towards your left. Pressing your left fingertips into that soft space, we breathe 5 times. Beautiful. As you're ready, bringing the head, shoulders back to center, releasing the hands, and we come on up. And just notice what you notice. I feel very uneven. We'll take it to the other side. So again, we'll come in that squat. This time, left hand, left cheek, right fingertips behind the shoulder in that soft space in your traps. Guiding your head to turn towards the right as we take in 5 breaths. As you're ready, slowly coming back to center, releasing the hands and press on up. And just notice what you notice. Beautiful. We'll find our Tadasana. You might open your palms, your heart. Nice. We're going to step back into a warrior 2. So feel free to step that right foot back, or taking it from somewhat of a vinyasa, reaching the arms up and taking the fold. You do what feels right. Taking that right foot back And then coming on up, bending into the left knee. Soft shoulders, strong body. Connect with your breath. Beautiful. And from here, let's lengthen that left leg, reach the arms up, and without completely falling into the right hip, I'm just going to lean a little bit to the left. So I'm not sticking my right hip out. I'm really trying to keep everything aligned here. Nothing changed much. Beautiful. And then we'll soften back into that left knee and open it up. Nice. And either stepping the right foot forward or cartwheeling the hands down and stepping the feet together. Lengthening spine and root to rise, bring it up. And hands to the heart. Nice. We'll take that to the other side. Again, you can step right back, or you might step back from a fold. Find your journey today. Again, soft shoulders, strong body. Breathing in, breathing out. And that option to lengthen the right leg without changing anything in the left side, the left hip, reaching the hands up, and just a little bit of a tilt towards your right. Doesn't take much. Working on balance, strength. You might feel some shaking in the feet, the legs. Beautiful. And then we can bend back into that right knee, open it up, open the shoulders, the chest, the breath. Beautiful. And again, you can step the left foot forward, or you might cartwheel the hands down, bringing the feet together. And root to rise, bring it up. Hands to the heart. Just pausing for a moment. Nice. And then if anyone wants to try a little mobility movement, I'm going to throw it in. Feel free to try it, watch it, skip it, whatever you like. And really trying to bring that into my life. So for this, I take my hands. I'm going to bring them up to the sky. Beautiful. And then I'm going to bring my right foot back, and I'm going to rest on the top of my foot. Instead of tucking the toes, I'm resting on the top of my foot, which enables a softer landing. I'm going to come right down onto my right knee, bringing my right hand out to the side and my left leg all the way out. Nice big stretch here. You might circle that left arm. Beautiful. Coming up, bringing that left foot forward again with the knee bent, and we come up, bringing our feet together. Take that to the other side, pressing the hands up to the sky. Bringing the left foot back, again on the top of the foot, not tucking the toes, and then coming on down onto that left knee. Right leg out to the side, left hand down, reaching the right arm. Circling, opening, moving in a way that feels good. bring that right knee back forward and we step it up, bringing our feet together. And just notice what that was like for you in any way. Nice. As you're ready, we'll circle the arms up and take a fold, bending the knees as generously as you like. Hands to the ground or to blocks as we step it back. Maybe it's plank pose with the knees down. Maybe it's plank with the knees up. Take about 3 breaths here. Beautiful. And then we'll send the knees back, child's pose. Nice. And as you're ready, let's slowly work our way back onto our backs, having any prop nearby, pillow, block, blanket. And then bending into our knees, taking whatever prop you've chosen. If you're using one, doesn't mean you have to. Bringing it under the sacrum. Letting the shoulders get nice and wide. You might turn your head side to side. And then either staying here or sending your feet up to the sky. And stay here for about a minute. And feel free to stay right here for your Shavasana if this is where you want to be, or you might bring your feet down. Perhaps removing what's beneath you. Option to cactus the arms and let the knees sway. And then check in with your body, with your mind. Is there any movement, any shape, any stretch you'd like to take? Please do. And as you're ready, finding your way into your Shavasana, whatever that looks like for you today. You might have a bolster under your knees, a blanket on you, or a sandbag for grounding in your belly. Inviting your whole body to land, to get wide, to take up space. And just be. invite you to slowly begin to come back to your body, back to your breath. You might invite a deep breath in through the nose. Nice long breath out. Making any movements in your fingers, your toes, maybe stretching. And if it serves you, perhaps rolling to your left or right side. Just taking a moment, taking a pause. And slowly making your way up to a comfortable seated position if you choose to. You may close your eyes or have a soft gaze, perhaps bringing your hands to your heart space, offering yourself love, compassion, and so much gratitude for taking this time for you and sharing your practice with us. Light in me honors the light in you. I hope you have a beautiful day today. Namaste.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Good seeing you all.
You too.
Have a lovely, lovely day.
Have a nice day, everybody.
Enjoy these next couple of days in New Jersey.
Beautiful day.
Get out there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have a
Thanks.
good one.
Take care. Bye.